friends, welcome back. I am getting ready to head out on my road trip. The first thing that I like to do though when I am doing a road trip of any sort is to clean the Jeep. I want to start with a clean Jeep, and so that's what I'm going to do. What? Unfortunately, last week I did have to put down one of my older dogs. Very sad, but his hair is still in the back part of the Jeep. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just vacuum the back, vacuum everything else, just so that I have a clean slate on the inside to start loading stuff into the back. I am a planner only because I travel by myself, and I want people to know, people being my husband, my mom, my kids, things like that. I want them to know where I am. So I like to make a plan, not necessarily detailed, but just where I plan on being for the night, because a lot of times where I stay, there just is no cell reception. And then I will also pin my location. But some of the other things that need to be done are things like downloading offline maps, which helps tremendously because last year when I was traveling, I lost my maps quite a few times and I kind of just had to go with where I was headed. And it's not a very good feeling. So that's what I do, is I basically will just go to wherever I want to go. I will download the offline maps. That way when I lose reception, it keeps tracking where I'm going and I don't get lost. Other aspects of the trip would be things like I have a kitchen box, and making sure that my kitchen box has my cooking essentials, my dehydrated foods, my snacks, my cups, my forks, plates, anything that I'm going to need while out there. Propane, butane, whatever it is that I'm going to use to heat up my food needs to have the fuel. So I just will go through my box, make sure I have everything that I need. And if I don't have something, then I will, obviously get that thing. Let's go look at our box. Gotta have the American flag. We found this when we did Mojave last Thanksgiving, and so now it is just a Jeep essential item that I will probably hang on the Jeep somewhere. All right, so what I've got in here is I just bought this Jetboil. My sister for Christmas gave me an REI gift card and I bought a Jetboil. This is the coffee plunger. I don't know if they all are like that, but this is the one that I got. I have yet to use it. This is the little propane canister that goes with my stove that's down here. From what I understand, these will work with the Jetboil. If they don't, I have the adapter that goes onto here that will make the Jetboil sit on this. Just a cup, a lantern. This is just like a windshield for when I am using the Jetboil. It blocks the wind. Everybody needs red Solo cup shot glasses. Very important, a first aid kit. Everything I need is in here. This is a brand new kit. I just threw everything in here. It's not sorted or situated, but definitely a must-have. This is just a little carrying case that has chopsticks, a spoon, and fork. I don't quite understand the chopsticks, but I'll use them. So I got that. I got some paper towels. I have a spatula, another light, a knife down there, biodegradable soap. Always make sure that you have every attachment for your cooker because otherwise you are screwed. Trash bag. And I thought it would be neat just to take this thermometer because it's gonna be pretty hot where I'm going. And then of course I have, in case I hit up any hot springs, a thermo reader, and then my plates. And then in here I have my whole coffee beans. This is an electric lighter. I have my coffee grinder in here, spices, seasonings, tongs, and some more utensils in case I need them. Trash truck's coming. I also went and just grabbed this guy. I like to take this also. It does need to be cleaned and I need to find the sheath for it, but this is really good for if I need kindling. You know, I can just kind of go down the line and make some kindling, or just kidding. But I will probably have Adam sharpen it for me. And then this is going to go in here as well. Oh yeah, all important. Toilet paper. I also have a lady pier, by far the best thing ever because I am not a squatter. I cannot squat to save my life. So I like to stand up and pee. TMI, I know, but here we are. Let's talk snacks. I got a big bag of pistachios, and then in here, this little tote, I have like snacks and my freeze-dried foods. So I've got like, you know, dried mango, beef jerky, nuts. Down here I have a whole bunch of different freeze-dried meals that I made. Like this is chili, and what I will do with this is I will cut the top off. I have a little, I'll grab it. I forgot about this. This is important too. So this is a 5-gallon collapsible water jug. I'm gonna fill this up with water before I leave. And I think the thing that I'm looking for, is it down here? No, I don't know where it's at the moment, but okay, I'm not sure exactly where it is right now, but I am gonna have to find it before I go because it's a little Reflectix pouch that I made that is supposed to keep your food warm or help it rehydrate by insulating it. And so the idea is to cut this off. I have 1 cup of chili in here. Add maybe a cup of water, maybe a little bit less, because I don't want this to be soup, but I want it to be rehydrated just like chili. And then I will have my dinner. So I've got chili, I think I have red beans and rice, and then I also have spaghetti. So we'll see. My goal for this trip is to go as cheap as possible, really only pay for gas. I don't want to be stopping at fast food places. You know, here and there I may stop at a store and eat a steak or buy a steak to cook. But the idea is to keep it as cheap as possible. Let's talk tools really quick. I know this video is getting ridiculously long, and that is not my intention. So I'm going to make this quick. Fire extinguisher, fire extinguisher, fire extinguisher. Definitely need to have one of those. This is a rechargeable fan, and I think this will come in handy. I think it's totally dead right now, but this will come in handy when I'm laying in bed and it's hot. These are some lights and the batteries that I can just hang up on the inside or just on the outside when I'm, you know, cooking and it's dark. This is an all-purpose multi-tool. Hammer, wire cutters, some sort of crimper, a little tiny axe, I don't know, some sort of pick or something. And then in here you've got, you know, knife, screwdriver, little saw, I don't know what you would use it for, can opener, nail file. So that will be coming along with me. This stupid little thing is a cell phone holder, so when I'm laying in bed and I need a place for my cell phone to lay while I'm watching whatever I'm watching, or doing whatever I'm doing, it sits on this little chair. Of course, the air pump. We switched the air pump from a plug-in to these clamps that clamp right onto the battery because this thing was blowing my fuses like nobody's business. So we went ahead and upgraded that for comfort. Just some odds and ends in here. They all have a purpose. Some paracord, some wire, a wrench set. I think this stuff in here, these are toe straps, another toe strap, a flashlight, and then zip ties for tying up my sway bars when I'm off-roading. I'm sure there's other stuff in here, but that is my basic tool kit. I do have a tire kit, repair kit, And then I do have the key in my glove box to take off my tires if I need to. All right, so the last thing that I have to do before I take off for my trip is load up the Jeep. There is a method to my madness. I try to stay as organized as I can and pack the way that makes sense to me, which is utilizing every single amount of space that I can. So I'm going to start out by putting in the mattress, and then I am going to kind of build everything else out around that. From there, I will load in my ice chest. I will put over my ice chest the food bin, my food kitchen, my camp kitchen, and then I will start loading in things like my tools, firewood, my table, the rest of my window covers, and then the last thing that I'll load into here is going to be things like my clothing and my toiletries. Yeah, I'll just kind of see what I got to work with. Okay, that's pretty much it for now. I'm just going to wait for my electronic devices to charge, and then once that's all charged, those will go into the Jeep, and then I will also load up my clothing. I'll just go over really quick where everything is. So these are my Reflectix window covers. They cover every single one of the windows. This is my kitchen, my camp kitchen. It's got all my essentials in it. This is the snack box, my cooler. This at some point is going to probably make its way to the front seat. If you know, you know. I've got my ducks that I put together. This here is just a spring-loaded pop-up tent, and that goes right here. And the purpose of the tent is that if I find a camp spot that I really like, or if I'm gonna go out exploring or something, and I don't want all this stuff in the Jeep, I will pop this thing up, load non-valuable things in it, and then I will take off. So it will sort of reserve my camp spot, because I do a lot of BLM camping, and then it will also house like the firewood and stuff like that, things that if they were stolen, I can live without. And that usually just sits right in there. Firewood, tools, chair. This is a pop-up table. Looks like I already have a chair, so this can go back into the lady cave. Kindling, walking poles in case I need them. These here are the front and back window covers. Of course, blanket, bed, pillow. And the last thing that I'm going to put in here is the pop-up tent. And that I can just put on top of my bed since it's probably the first thing that'll come out. I think that it might be overkill, but then I think I might regret it if I don't take it, because it is hot and I would like some shade if I don't have a camp spot with shade, so it'll be nice. Other than that, there's only one thing left to do, and that is take off on my adventure. Thank you for taking a chance. I hope that you will stick around to see where I am headed. The ultimate destination is a place that I've never camped in before, so I'm super excited. But there will be some familiar places along the way, so I hope that you'll stick around. And as always, I hope you have a beautiful day.